I'm all bundled up. I got my Under Armour on. I got my sweatshirt on. I got my insulated icon pants on. I don't own any winter gear. And it's 40 degrees here. Oh, I don't care. Whatever. I had no intentions of riding my bike today. Well, actually I did. But then, my mom came to pick up my daughters, and freaking... I need a garage door opener on my bike! Mom came to pick up my daughters, and I came out to put them in the car. I went inside, and I was like, oh, the feel of that heater when you go inside, that's so awesome. I was like, I want heated seats on my way to work today. So I had every intention after that of driving my car. But, as everybody knows, intentions go shit. Now I have half a cup of coffee sitting in there because I couldn't finish it. Instead of being like 20 minutes early to work, I'm going to be right on time. And I'm going to freeze my balls off. Actually, no. I'm just going to freeze my hands off. You know, I could do the cold, though. I don't know why I don't invest in winter gloves. Like, seriously, these mesh things, these don't work in the winter time. It's freaking cold. Come on, warm up, bike. Come on, warm up, bike. There we go. Should we do some more Wheelie Wednesday action? Maybe. I'm pretty stiff. And my tire's cold. There we go. Ah, yeah. Oh, well, so anyways, I did have a, let me put my visor down. Let's get it all foggy. I did have a vlog today. Well, question vlog, I guess. Yes? No? So, my boot's not even zipped up. Oh my god. I'm like out of my freaking mind this morning. Come on. That was a horrible choppy felt. That was awful. So to get started on this brisk 40-degree morning, today's question for y'all, because I was discussing this with a friend at work, and he was like, you know, I really don't have any more guns I really necessarily want to buy. I was like, unless I buy a... There we go. Zipped up, ready to go. Okay, what the hell is that dude doing? Excuse me. He was like, unless you know, obviously if I had the money I'd buy a 50 cal just cause, you know, it'd be freaking sweet. And I was like, yeah. I was like, you know, there's always going to be more guns I want to own. Because I love guns. But I looked at him and I was like, one of the guns I really want is the M1A, Springfield M1A SOCOM. He was like, oh, yeah, yeah. He was like, well, okay, I take that back. And I was like, yeah. And then, of course, he was like, also, he was like, you know, one of the only guns he wants to buy is a 1911. He wants a 1911, and he was like, I won't mind having a PS90 either. And I was like, yeah. I was like, that's pretty sweet. So I thought, for you all that can buy guns legally, I know some of you buy. Well, even if you can't, if you could, then I want to know if you had, we'll say, $5,000. It's not a lot of money, no. But $5,000 will get you quite a bit in the gun world. I'm not talking about tax stamps and fully auto. You can throw that in there too if that's really your cup of tea. I mean, it's fun, yeah, but you lose all your accuracy with a fully auto rifle. So that's why the military went away from fully auto, like their main battle rifle, is because in Vietnam, when they got the AK or the M16, they stopped being as accurate shooters because they were going full auto on everything. They're just spraying. So they went away from full auto. They still have the 3-round burst. Some of them, if you get lucky, you find an M4A1 that's still full auto. But for the most part, you use single fire. I mean, if you get into shit and you need to actually suppress someone, then okay, switch it over to burst and freaking. If your saw goes down, I don't even know if they use that anymore. They were talking about going to the IAR. But anyways, off topic. So $5,000, your 3 top guns that you would buy for $5,000. Now, I know $5,000 doesn't seem like a lot, but I mean, I don't have a lot of guns, but you could buy all of the guns I have for $5,000, for less than $5,000. Like my AR, I have about 1400 into that, and that's my most expensive gun. My AK, the pistol, my old AK was like 700 or 750 when I bought it. I sold that, and now I have the same model AK pistol, the Century C39 pistol, with arm brace on it. It's not a buttstock, it's an arm brace, and a grip. So basically that's it. And a free red dot that KC Moto Vlogger hooked me up with. He's freaking badass, by the way. If you don't sub him, go sub him. Because he just got a sick ZX-10 and does some sick wheelies on it. So anyways, off topic again. That's okay though. But yeah, so the AK is, you know, the pistol I think is $550 for the pistol, and then the arm brace is $140. So we're looking at $690. What's up, Semi? Did you freaking honk at me? We'll put the total amount for the pistols together around 1,500. They're all, I mean, value wise around. So I mean, we're looking at like, I don't know, 30, like about 4,000. So, and I mean that's and okay. So then I have the shotgun, and that was like $1,000. So yeah, right around 5,000. But I have, you know, there's freaking 6 guns there, and most are decently nice. I mean, they're not freaking super high-end guns, but they're nice guns. But so anyways, that kind of gives you a baseline of what you can get with $5,000. Now, obviously, depending on what you get, you might only be able to purchase one gun, or you might be able to purchase, you know, freaking 50 freaking high points. I don't know what you want, but So I'm gonna throw mine out there. Mine is 3 guns. Well, 3/4 guns, but I can't afford all 4. It'd only be 3. And we're gonna start out with the next pistol that I would really like to get. And they run about anywhere from 1,100, depending on where you get it, like if it's used gun broker or something like that, to like 1,500-1,600 if someone's trying to rape you for it. It is a F&H 5.7. Yes, expensive to shoot. I mean, it's not necessarily practical, but it's freaking badass, man. It's freaking awesome. I love that gun, and I want one super bad. So that's one gun, and we're gonna say I'm at like $1,300 right now for that gun, a pistol, mind you, and the ammo's not cheap either. So the F&H 5.7, and then the rifle I really want, like I said earlier, is the Springfield M1A SOCOM 308. Those can run you anywhere from like 1,200 to, I saw them going on Gun Broker for like 2,100. I mean, there's different like tiers of them, I guess. There's more stuff you can put on them, whatever. But anyway, yeah, so that's my second gun, my rifle I would like. And while we're on rifles, slash the SOCOM, slash a freaking SCAR. One of those two. SCAR's, I'm pretty sure the SCAR's more. That's like up in the $2,000 ranges. But yeah, so the SOCOM or the SCAR. The F&H SCAR. And then my third gun would be a 1911. I love the looks of 19. Not all 1911s. And I'm telling you right now, I mean I'm not a Kimber fanboy. I could care less if it's a Kimber or not. In fact, I don't want a Kimber. I think it's a waste of money to spend that much money on that gun. Yeah, okay, they're nice. If you have one, sweet. Go, good for you. I mean, I just don't. I'm not a fan of Kimber necessarily. But 1911 Springfield Armory Range Officer 1911. Simple. And if it's a 1911, it better be black and brown. But yeah, so there's my 3/4 guns. If I had $5,000 just to go, hey, whoop, there you go. Of course, that doesn't buy ammo for any of them, so pretty much. And another one, if you're into, if you don't have a lot of, like, off that subject, off the $5,000, we've already spent our $5,000 on our guns, and now we're broke, right? You didn't get a 1911 with your $5,000, and now you're like, oh, God, man, I really wish I had a 1911, but all I have is this measly $450. In my opinion, great 1911 for the cost, and I mean, it operates smooth, is Arms Core 1911, dude. Those things, like, no kidding. For the compact version of it, $450, man. And it feels great. I mean, it cycles smooth. The trigger is smooth. It still looks pretty good. I mean, it's not going to be your competition caliber 1911, but still, good gun. You're still going to have a 1911. It's still going to be fun to shoot. It's still going to look sick. And it's about a third of the price as a more higher end, half the price of the Springfield, the lower end Springfield 1911. But yeah. So anyways, in the comments below, let me know that you're a hoe. I mean, my bad, sorry. In the comments below, let me know what purchases you would make for $5,000 in the firearms world. Even if you live somewhere that you can't, say you live in New York, or you live in California, you can still buy, I don't know, there's stupid rules in those places. I think Chicago, you know, places like that you can't. What would you buy if you could? $5,000. But for now, I'm gonna tell you all deuces, and this is about the time of my ride where my hands start to get pretty chilly, so I'm gonna continue this ride and freeze my hands off so I'm gonna get busted. That RSX was booking it. He's like, yeah, man, I'm gonna be late for work. That cop said, you're gonna be later for work now, sucker.